Hey everybody, welcome back. Vic Asmadi's solo bishop in the upper monastery. There are
With pleasure.
rats everywhere. Big, ugly, high hit point rats.
With pleasure.
Everything's pretty much higher level than we are. Everywhere. 17. Okay. I guess level 7, level 6.
With pleasure.
Orange is just a little too sketchy, although I could always
With pleasure.
kind of save scum it, but let's try this. Good. Level 7, only 7 hit points.
With
I don't know what else is around.
With pleasure.
I see something moving.
It's 17.
Clean.
Okay, let's get the. I need to see if I've got my shield up. All right. Oh, I guess I'm all shield up now, right? Because yeah, I've got a mace.
With pleasure.
Hey! Oh, that hurts. They're all over me.
Okay, so that means the guy ran upstairs to aggro the seekers, and I forget what my wizardry stamina situation is. Oh, or wizardry, I've got plenty of room. I've got wizardry 27. So let's do some alchemy.
With pleasure.
This means the seekers are probably coming down.
Clean.
Those guys aren't that hard, though.
With pleasure.
Clean. We did it.
With
Oops.
With With With
Hear the seekers above us. Alright.
With pleasure. With pleasure. With pleasure.
Clean.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry. They're all over.
With With pleasure. With pleasure. With pleasure.
It's interesting.
They're all over me.
Yeah, I was going to say, something's going up the stairs. I'm getting a share
With
stato.
pleasure.
Right. Share stato. Stare shadow here.
They're all over me.
With pleasure. With pleasure. With pleasure. With
Wonder why they're not leaving range here.
Volapoo!
There we go.
We did it!
So, even though I missed a cast there, I still got one of them. Which is all fine, except they're going to almost respawn faster than I can get to them.
With pleasure.
But I am powering up, and that's most of the point right now. I mean, we can always jump levels.
With pleasure.
We'll jump levels when we go over to Burrs again. The plan is to...
Spotted a wild one.
I did spot a wild one right there.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
I didn't see how big he
With
was.
pleasure.
17. It's good for, what, power 6 maybe?
With pleasure.
Volapoo!
With pleasure.
22. Can't do that with just 3 mind stabs, which is all I have left. It's too bad. If I hadn't missed, I would have gotten him.
With pleasure.
Volapoo! We did it!
I guess I'm okay. Oh, I should be doing more wizardry for that too. Which basically means, actually, save, reload. Yep.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
I actually want to go to the right. Oh,
I see something moving.
well, my ultimate goal. Well, there's a bunch of stuff here. I want to get the Book of Blessings as soon as possible, just so that's something else I can cast and get divinity started.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
But I really need to go left first. So I'm going to ultimately, get the
With pleasure.
crude key and open the bells. Oh, really? That was awkward. I don't know why it didn't fire the
With pleasure.
first time.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
Volapoo!
With pleasure.
So the bandits are on the right side. That's really weird.
They're all over me!
Holy cow. I don't know how they're getting aggroed, though. As long as these... that'll take a long time. As long as these aren't, like, crazy high level, we're good. But if... Yeah, we'll see what happens.
With pleasure.
Oh, so you're seeing me, but I'm not seeing you. Is that what's happening? Gnar rats can be pretty bad. Right? Or this one's I'm thinking of? I know I don't want the pestilent ones.
With pleasure.
You guys want to go upstairs and aggro the Seekers too? Yeah, I don't know how they activated all the guys down on that little chain. It must be just one after the other
They're
after
all
the
over
other.
me.
With p-
Maybe I can get him.
Hey!
Oh boy, yeah, they really are that tough. Yep, I just... That's what we're dealing with up here.
with pleasure. With pleasure.
They're all over me. Hey! Queen.
Yeah, nope.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
Spotted a wild.
With pleasure.
We did it.
Okay, but that didn't bring anybody else in.
With pleasure.
So, let's go see what's in the hall up here.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
Yeah, I don't know how they aggroed those guys.
With pleasure.
23. With level 5. I don't think I can do a 23. But I'm going to try and hit and run.
With pl-
Spotted a wild one.
with pleasure.
Nope, not even close. Do I have anything that could disable him? No, not really.
With pleasure.
That's not going to Yeah. No, I'm pretty much good for one rat at a time. I guess I do have magic nectars.
With pl- with pleasure. With pleasure.
So I need 24 hit points until I can do 2 6s. Yeah. Or 24 spell points.
With pleasure. With pleasure. With pleasure.
I see.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
And even then, with poor RNG, I'm still down 1 hit point.
With pleasure.
Let's start with the 7. No, I'm gonna get 2 shots anyway. Oh well, I guess I already started it.
With pleasure.
Guess I can make that one a mind step then.
With pleasure.
We did it!
With pleasure.
I mostly just want to know that this area is clear.
With pleasure.
There's something. Let's grab. Came up empty.
With pleasure.
Let's hop on the beds and grab the goodies. Which way did I come in? This way.
With pleasure.
Oh, no, wrong way. Ha!
With pleasure.
And I don't want to... Could I do those guys now? No, I'd have to go upstairs. I got to the key. There's too much going on here to rest. Over in that area, I can totally get trapped back that way.
With pleasure.
But where were like the 100 and some rats that we saw a minute ago?
With pleasure.
There's little rogues down there.
With pleasure.
We know this is a rogue festival, or a rat nest. But there's like one level 6.
With pleasure. With
It's actually not that bad. Oh wait, there's more. Oh wait, there's much more. Level 3s, level 3s. Look at the red in the map. It's like there's way more than level 7. Hi. Well, it's only 23 points though, but that's going to be rough. You know I'm a level 2, guys. Come on.
With pleasure.
I do have stink bombs and... let's see. I've got 1 cherry bomb, 3 stink bombs. I don't think I even have a mana potion, do I? No, I thought I did. I don't get that until I go see Altheides in that room. And I've only got a little bit for 1 blast here.
With pleasure.
12, 22, no. I can do a 12.
Volapoo.
Oh, I could have done the 22.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
Okay, let's see what we've got. Nothing with crazy hit points, though. So, it'll take time. Some of them might actually despawn as time goes on, but...
With pleasure.
Rabid rats and gnawers, okay. Yeah, I don't have nectar yet. Not that even taking a turn is possible at this point. If you let these guys get 2 bites at you, you're probably dead.
With pleasure.
But hopefully we can pull the groups apart a little bit here.
They're all over me!
With pleasure. With pleasure.
This is where the Book of Bless would come in handy. I'd be able to cast it right here. Just for training at the end of the battle instead of stamina.
They're all over me!
Jeez.
With pleasure. With pleasure. With pleasure.
After we train psionics, we'll pick up shrill sound.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
For some that's basically the earliest AoE you can get. I guess Magic Missile counts as early AoE too. But that pretty much is competing with your heals and blesses and guardian angels and all that
With
stuff too.
With
Okay, good enough. See if anything's stuck around up here.
With pleasure.
I'm gonna kind of cautiously poke down both paths.
With pleasure.
I hear what sounds like rats. Okay, nothing there yet.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
Okay, so we're clear on this side.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
I've still got the Seekers up there. You know, if I spend time on the Seekers, maybe the other guys despawn? What do you think? Nah, the priority's still... Well, actually the thing I worry about is that there's rats up here. Although the Seekers... No, because the Seekers didn't aggro. I would have seen Seekers if that had happened. But yeah, what I don't want is rats up there. Seekers won't come out unless there's something else going on.
With pleasure.
Jump on some more beds.
Let's grab it. Let's grab it.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
They all come back here.
With pleasure.
Spotted a wild one.
There's a 7 still. Okay. Alright, I'm going to aim for the 18. Can maybe pick up the 13 as well if I have time. They're going to come at me pretty fast.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
I see something moving.
With pleasure.
Creepoo! They're all over me!
Okay, I might be able to
With
get one more, but it's kind of sketchy. 23. These are the 7s. Okay, you might block it up a little bit. Let's try that.
Creepoo!
With pleasure.
Seven 21, 723, 7. Okay. I mean, if it wasn't just so crazy stupid, I think I could get him. We might be here for a while.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
I still have 17 rats to kill.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
Volapoo!
With pleasure.
Maybe I will go to the right side first, just because it's so blocked up over here.
Creepoo!
With pleasure.
I still have to come back here to rest, though. I'm not going to try to sleep over on that side.
With pleasure. With pleasure. With pleasure.
Clear.
With pleasure. With pleasure. With pleasure.
They all come back here. Okay. Let's go do the rogues then.
With pleasure.
Ah, bouncing off the walls.
Came up empty.
And I should not be searching.
With pleasure.
Alright.
With pleasure. With pleasure. With pleasure.
I see something moving.
Are rats in here too? Aye, of course there are.
With pleasure.
Okay, they're coming towards me.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
Oh, no, no, not light. No, no, no. Not light.
With pleasure. With pleasure. With pleasure. With pleasure.
There's only 3 rats in here. That's not too bad. I think I can get
With pleasure.
most of them. No, not you. Actually, I'll kill you too if I have to. I'd rather get a rat at this point. Oh, a level. Oh, only 9.
With pleasure.
Ah, bummer.
With pleasure.
Yeah, we gotta.
That hurt.
That does hurt. We gotta run.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
But yeah, I think I'll do this side first and kind of half pray that the mob dissolves on the left side.
With pleasure.
They're all over me.
With pleasure.
What do you think? Can I pull off a mind stab here? An orange mind stab? Where'd he go? Oh, they're retreating.
With pleasure.
I can't do a mind stab on that guy. I'm not going to get 22 points.
With pleasure. With with pleasure. With pleasure. With with pleasure. With pleasure.
Okay, yeah, I think we do the right side first. And that way we don't have to go back and forth. I'd like to get the books on the left side sooner, but
With pleasure.
it's just not setting up that way.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
Okay, quick check in here.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
Quick check in here.
With pleasure.
Okay. I think we're clear.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
I see something moving.
We'll try to conserve some juice. Actually, let's...
With pleasure.
What's mind stab damage? 2 to 8.
With pleasure.
Sure. We'll try that first.
With pleasure.
Queen poo.
Okay.
Sorry.
Bad idea. Bad idea.
With pleasure.
Why can't I target you? Come on.
I see something moving.
Would I pick up light again? Is that what I did?
Volia poo.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
Let Queen poo. They're all over me.
Okay.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
How many shots have I got? I've got 15, so that's a 4 and a 3. Let's just do a big one.
With pleasure. With pleasure. With pleasure.
Got 30 damage. That's pretty
With
good.
pleasure.
Alright, now I've just got the bandits.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
That's not
With
enough.
pleasure. With pleasure.
Vola poo.
With pleasure.
Wizardry 28, Alchemy 25.
Vola poo.
With With pleasure.
Is there something back there? Looks like there's a rat back there. 15.
With pleasure.
Okay. Huh. Level 3's lower hit points. Still can't really... Can't really take many bites from them.
With pleasure.
But I think I can use a little lower level.
I see
With pleasure.
creepers. They're all over me.
With pleasure.
Ooh, hi. Whoa, okay. No, not doing that. Can't have a level 7 rat just zone in like that.
With pleasure. With pleasure. With pleasure.
Oh, it looks like nothing new has spawned. Okay, these are the 7s. We'll have to get them next time. So there's 8 level 7 rats here.
With pleasure.
We did it.
With pleasure. With pleasure. With pleasure. With pleasure. With pleasure.
Good enough. Actually.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
Ooh. Okay, I'll back up a little bit there.
With pleasure. With pleasure. With pleasure.
What have we got? 12. What's that? Only 6 hit points, okay. Where? How? Fine. No, I want to get the jump on him. I just don't know how I didn't.
With pleasure.
This battle's unfair enough already without giving them an extra move.
With
Spotted a wild one.
Well, there's a 7 right there. Let's get that first.
with With pleasure. With pleasure.
Gotcha. Alright. And I've got 24 spell points now. So I skilled up a little bit there.
With pleasure.
Wow, how'd you do that? Not
With
gonna.
pleasure.
Come on, please, please, please. Yeah. Really, I can't take that many shots, can I? Not when they're that close. Am I back here already? No, come on.
With pleasure.
Spotted a wild one.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
Yeah, and we just run. We took out one level 7. We're happy. We don't try to do more. Maybe I get an extra shot back in this room, but we'll see. Alright, we're happy, right? We're happy.
With pleasure.
Okay, maybe I'll poke out of here for one more blast.
With pleasure.
Or maybe they'll come to me.
With
Let's try it. Oh, just short. Darts? Really? I think we do darts?
with pleasure. With pleasure.
No, not you. I can't kill you.
With pleasure.
Oh, no, 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 no. This is my space.
With pleasure.
No, 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 no.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
He's gonna retreat, right? You're not just gonna sit there and let me shoot you, are you? Ha! Ha!
With pleasure. With
Not that experience points matter at this point, but I got good experience points. Hey, ranged combat 2. Beautiful stuff. Oops, wrong keys.
with
Water magic 30.
with with pleasure.
Divine 15. Keep hitting caps lock. Sorry about that. Save. Try to proc the light.
With pleasure. With pleasure. With pleasure. With pleasure. With pleasure.
Really? If they're not here, it means they're behind me, but I get my books.
There's something. There's something. There's something.
With pleasure.
Oh, that was good. As long as I'm not trapped back here now. I think they all ran from the other side.
With pleasure. With pleasure. With pleasure.
That was a lucky break.
With pleasure.
Okay, I'm not dead. I got my books. Alright.
Great.
That is great. Actually, let's see. Artifacts. Can I do... Yep. What else can I do at this point? Nope. Nope. Sounds a little glitchy there.
Came up empty.
Yep. Okay. Let's... Looks like everybody's over here now,
With pleasure.
which is fine.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
I've also got the Seekers and the dudes downstairs. Okay, where did the rats go? I'm not gonna... I don't think I want to go that far into that room, just because they're so hard to see. Alright, I'm gonna
With pleasure.
do the Seekers and the other guys, just because I don't trust
With pleasure.
where the rats are. I'll do the Seekers first.
With pleasure. With pleasure. With pleasure.
I don't know how many hit points these guys are. Let's see. 20s?
Spotted a wild one.
30s. Okay. 26, 33, 26. There's a joke in there somewhere about measurements. Alright.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
Let's do the 33 first.
Spotted a wild one.
With pleasure.
Really?
With pleasure. With pleasure.
I see something moving.
With pleasure. With pleasure. With pleasure. With pleasure. With pleasure. With pleasure. With pleasure.
I can bless.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
Volapoo! We did it!
With 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 with
Stats check. Alchemy 27, Wizardry 29. Alright. I can finally make some divinity progress. Alright.
with pleasure.
Okay.
Spotted a wild one.
What, where, how?
Stay with me. This
Oh,
could
right
get
there.
messy.
Right there.
With pleasure.
Okay. Can I get the
With
next one? Maybe. Hey!
We
Not,
did it!
not too bad. There's nothing else up here. Is there powder too? No, powder's in the other room.
With pleasure. With
I don't even have fire points. Alright, let's go try... Let's do the guys... Well, let's do a rat check, and then
with pleasure.
if I can find him, I'll do a few rats. If not, I'll do the guys
With
downstairs.
pleasure. With pleasure. With pleasure.
I'm just making sure nothing's about to run out on me, so... Okay.
With pleasure.
Okay. Let's do the guys downstairs. One of them's like 50 points and the others are pretty small, right?
With pleasure.
That guy.
With
Yep.
pleasure.
No, no, no. I am surprising you. That's how this works. This is going to be a surprise.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
Hit your leg.
Blocked.
Not quite.
With pleasure.
Volapooch.
Yep. I'm going to try to surprise you again. Oops.
Sugar, it just isn't meant to be.
With pleasure. With pleasure. With pleasure.
Spotted a wild.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
Spotted a wild one. Blocked.
With pleasure.
Queen.
Okay. Good start. Finish him.
With pleasure.
This way, right?
With pleasure.
I don't think they come out of there. Oh, they do come out a little bit. Whoops. Bless.
With pleasure.
Queen poo.
With pleasure.
We did it.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
Volapoo.
With. With. With.
Good enough. Heal. Okay. How are we doing on time? We're over. But let's go get those two guys before I forget they're there.
With pleasure. With pleasure. With pleasure.
How bad are they? They're like 16 and 18. All right.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
Volapoo.
With pleasure.
Volapoo.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
Spotted a wild one. Let's do it. We did it.
We did it. Right. Wizardry 30. Grab that, please.
With pleasure.
Why so glitchy?
With pleasure.
Alright, so we just have the right wing to do now. Very good.
With pleasure. With. With. With.
We'll finish up here.
With.
Alchemy 28, Wizardry's 30, right?
With. With. With.
One last shot at light, and we'll end it there. Let's rest up. Okay, so we're going to finish off the right side, then head back down towards Burrs. I think we can sneak past Gregor. At least that's kind of the game plan, so we will try that next time. Thanks so much. Speaking. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you then. Alrighty, bye.